Today we're going to be talking about Operation Red Wings. In June of 2005, a Taliban soldier, or otherwise known as a warlord, was to be executed, dead or alive, by the 2nd U.S. Marine Force. But the division was ready and they were about to do it, but their lack of military support vehicles, or air support, hindered them from going in there and doing it by themselves. So they immediately requested permission from the 160th SOAR, otherwise known as the Night Stalkers. They are a quick response helicopter unit that operates with special operations such as Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, Army Green Berets. So the Navy SEALs aboard the SOAR said sure, but they made a request. They would be the first and a reconnaissance mark out when in the morning during the hospital. Marcus Luttrell, Lieutenant Mike Max, otherwise D was his. They would all be a part of the reconnaissance team. Now, as I mentioned, Marcus Luttrell, some of you may know him from the movie Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg in it, right? That movie does an excellent job of detailing how it was played out. But it doesn't exactly show how Marcus Luttrell was able to survive or the death of Lieutenant Mike Murphy. So, anyway, they get deployed in there, right? They're going through, but they get discovered by goat herders. So, they're having a little riff-raff about, do we kill them? Do we let them go? Do we capture them, knock them out? I don't remember, but I believe they let them go. Big mistake on Mike Murphy's side and Marcus Luttrell. So they go, and then they continue to move up because they have a mission. It's a very highly determined mission that needs to happen. So, be led by, of course, Mike Murphy, great man. He leads them through, but they get discovered by a larger Taliban force and immediately go into a gunfight. Well, it's chaotic. Hills of Afghanistan. Supposedly, my brother said when he was in Afghanistan, the worst thing is the mountains. So, it's going to be tough. 4 guys, all weapons, rack, maybe 17 pounds on them for extra stuff. All this got. I don't know if any of them had helmets on. I doubt it. But anyway, they get into a gunfight. They realize we got to get the heck out of here. So they book it. Well, as they're doing that, there's only one way down. You got to go through downhill and nothing but downhill. So as they start making their way downhill, and I mean downhill, they start jumping off of little cliffs, sliding down. A few of them break a couple bones, some injuries, and all that. So, they keep fighting on, and Danny gets hit. Then he gets hit, and then a jump, and they forget him. So they're looking around like, hey, where's this guy? We need to find him. They can't find him. Well, Danny got left behind and got executed by the Taliban. Rest in peace, soldier. So they continue to fight, and they're just all battered. They get blown up, all kind of stuff. Their bones is breaking. Mike Murphy's tired. I mean, he's got these 3 guys, or 2 guys, he has to command now, and it feels like the weight of the world must be on his shoulders and on everybody else's. So, as they're continuing to fight and fight, Mike Murphy gets hit. And he realizes, if we don't get air support in, we're dead. I'm already going to die. There's nothing I can do about that. So, he gives his last remaining mags to his good friend, Luttrell. And he goes up on a hill. Marcus Luttrell and Axe are right here. Mike Murphy goes up to a hill that's right here. He goes up so he can get a good advantage. He takes his radio and he calls in for air support. But he can't get a good signal. So he's just sitting there trying to get a signal. He gets hit again and again and again and again. He gets hit so many times. So he just tells them all the stuff they need to know. And when they say roger that, all he says is thank you. And in the movie, it depicts he's kneeling there, and he gets shot, and he dies. I do not believe that statement. Me personally, I believe another account that I heard that when Mike Murphy made the call and said thank you, he actually continued to fight with the magazine that he had in the gun because he gave Marcus Luttrell the rest that he had. So, but the only reason the movie probably didn't put this in there, if it was true, as he was fighting, he got hit and he was out. So, as he was calling for his buddies, they couldn't come and help him because he was so high up and it was just a rain of bullets. And I heard that he called for Marcus and he was scared. And he called until he didn't call anymore. So that's 2 men down or dead. Now you only got Marcus and Axe. So anyway, they make a plan. They make up a plan knowing that they're the only ones left. They're practically going to get dead in no less than 15 minutes. So they get together, they work, and they are like, we got to get out of here now. So they bury in the hard thoughts and the deaths, and they run. They book it. They start running. I can't remember which direction they started going in, but they were getting out of there. That's all they cared about. And they were running, and they just kept running, you know? They ran and ran until they got separated. And in the movie, it showed Axe going up to a tree after getting wounded again and again, and just sitting there. And in the movie, it shows him sitting up on a tree, just leaning, and he knows he's gonna die. Oh, fun fact, he got shot in the head and still survived somehow. So he just takes his pistol, pow, 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 pow. And he sits there, out of ammo, and he gets killed. Marcus Luttrell has a broken back